to give us accurate financial information, to have some consistency on the board, to have a central repository for our records, so if somebody dies, we don't have to contact their relatives to get in their house and get our records. So I think that's a viable option. I think most communities have it. I think it makes a lot of sense, and I'd like to know why. If we fight so hard to prevent getting a management company in here.
This guy is off the management company ever since he's been in this neighborhood. If you want to see what a management company do in the neighborhood, go down here and look at Bell Reed. They got a management company. And he thinks that's all it's got.
Deer Creek's got a management company. Sawgrass has one. Bell Reeve is, that's irresponsible. You can't compare Bell Reeve to Sawgrass. You can't compare it to people who do have it. Every board's going to change their decisions every
This
week.
community will vote on hiring a management company. I do not think that vote will pass.
So let's put it to vote. Let's put it to vote now.
This would be a membership vote.
Well, let's put it to see if it could be on the agenda for voting, at least for the people here. Are we interested or not?
All of us say no.
No.
I guess we're gonna take the camera and go home.
That camera will stay here until this meeting's over. I'm going to need yours back. I don't need your visual.
I already seen you go, but goodbye.
Come on,
Let's just continue
There's
on
no need.
business.
Well, tell them to shut the hell up. I have a right to talk.
you do. We understand.
Right, well, I don't need anything to
Sit
repeat.
out there, you're interrupting the meeting.
Yeah, I am, sure. This is open questions. Did you not get that part?
We have two openings on the board of directors, and we have two candidates. I'd like to introduce you to the first one, is Terry Smith. Terry, you want to stand up so I know who you are? Terry has just moved down the Farmwood Circle West, what, a month or so ago?
Nay.
May, yeah. That's her husband who's sitting next to you. Perfect cousin. Yeah, perfect cousin. Yes, we hear. Yes. But Terry, how long have you lived here in Farm Ridge? You rented for about 3 years.
Yes, we were just under a year from Ozark County.
So she's been here a while now. She's bought a new home down next to Connie, right next door to Connie Canyon. Terry currently works for a telecom expense management consulting firm, whatever that is. Evidently, it works in identification, development of resolution plans, and plan implementation, and vendor management. Okay, she's anxious to serve on the board because she's got some ideas of her own, and I think her prime idea is something that I mentioned earlier. She'd like to get communication going in this place. She'd like to get people involved. Okay? Now, we can see by the number of people here tonight, we're not overly involved in this community. And maybe you feel there's no necessity to do it. But you all should be aware of everything that's going on. Nobody ever shows up to our board meetings.
What's the
And on
point?
Thursday night, by the way, if you want to go up, you put a sign up. Anyway, she is anxious to serve on the board, and we look forward to hopefully to having you there.
That's all. Can't wait.
His name, regular loyal. He's lived here for almost 2 years. He lives in one of the big houses. He's got quite a resume here. He worked for the FAA as an air traffic controller for many months. He's a mechanic. He served the Air Force for 6 years. He was on the board of directors of federally chartered credit union for over 10 years, including being vice president. I think he's qualified, maybe? According to the state statutes, if only two are running for two open places, it's automatic, you know. You actually don't even have to vote. So we have to do that. Down in the classroom now, Thursday night, 7 o'clock sharp. On my way home, I'll pick up the sign that announced tonight's meeting and put the new one in. You know, it wouldn't hurt you if you're not doing anything else once in a while to show up this meeting. It would show that at least you appreciate the work guys like him are doing. He's doing a lot. And it would show that you have some interest in what's going on. So, if there's nothing else, yes, sir.
But anyways, may I say something regarding a couple statements regarding management company running the operation for Congress as opposed to board that lives here? May I address that?
It's local floor. Yes, stop.
Sure, you can call the police.
Stand up, please.
Yep, you gotta stand
Can
up.
hear you.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Larry Conley, and I've been here at Long Ridge for a couple of years now. I've lived in Long Ridge for the last 6-7 years, and finally I own property here. I don't live here, I live in Royal Lakes. I'm on the board of board of directors in Royal Lakes. Have been for 5 or 6 years. It is the same type of board that you guys have here. It's voted by the community and by the neighborhood. Everything that is spent, everything that is done by Robert's Law or whatever that is, their covenants, their bylaws, has to be approved by the board, by the members, by everybody. They have rules and regulations like any other community, any other board. These people have been elected, just like our president's been elected, by the members of the people that live here. It's not an easy job because trying to get people on a board, trust me, I'm on a board, so I know when somebody goes off, it's difficult to get people on the board to do. It's all volunteer work, and most of the stuff, even the taking care of the community instead of paying for landscaping, we as board members go up and volunteer our own time. We don't pay a treasurer or a president $500 or $600 a month to do the books, which if you have a management company, you've got to pay that. Not only are you paying a management company to do all the work, but they can juggle the books better than a community of a board like this. It has been proven, and I heard the word Belle Reeve and Sawgrass. I also have property in Belle Reeve, and they've overspent, over-negotiated, overspent in numerous different categories, are going underwater, changed management companies. Twice has it been in the last 3 years? So if you want a management company to come in and run it, you think that the budget's tight here, wait till you start paying those fees to the management company, and you really don't have much to say. At least in your community here, you have at least a voice to speak and a neighbor and in a neighborhood that's going to listen to you as opposed to a management company where they're dealing with nothing but attorneys. So, you know, it's difficult to balance a budget for a small community like this and accolades to people that do speak up or spend their time. And if you don't like it, either move out of the neighborhood or get on the board. These people up here, it's not an easy job. They get lambasted all the time. I mean, you know, complaints all the time. They don't have to put up with that. They do it because they care about their neighborhood. You live here because you care about it. You want a management company, so live in Sawgrass and Belle Reeve. And you're going to be paying $300, $400, $500 a month to pay for that management fee to oversee Sears runs and everything else. You guys got it pretty easy here living in Fallen Ridge. Where else can you go for $50, $75 a month? You know, a couple $100 a year for maintenance. Nowhere. Nowhere. And still have a nice community. So, hats off to you guys.
You do have a nice community. I want to thank everybody for allowing me to serve this year. There's one big advantage being president, and you don't vote. Robert's rules of order say the president doesn't vote. This was a tie, we had no tie, so I'm not responsible for anything involved. If this-
I'd like to say one thing on behalf of that community. I'd like to thank you for your service, thank you for leadership, thank you for putting up with all of this, and hats off for
I've probably lived in this neighborhood.
What's your name again?
I've been here.
What's your name, sir?
Yeah, I don't think it's Florida, maybe. I know they did, I think they've done good, but they've done a good job keeping this neighborhood good for 30 years.
Yes, sir.
You can talk about the management company, if you want to. Like you said, you don't have no say-so with the management company.
Okay, if there's nothing further, I will accept the motion. Oh, yeah, the bribery is coming up. Three.